Tonight, out of nowhere, I remembered the first time I ever held him. I was just lifting him into bed, something I've done 1,000 times, and suddenly I was back in that hospital room, holding him for the first time. My arms remembered before my mind did. The room was too bright, too white. Machines whispered, shoes squeaked somewhere down the hall, and I felt like one wrong sound could break the spell. They placed him in my arms. He was small, warm, wrapped in a cloud-colored blanket. Eyes closed, mouth open in the quietest sigh. I didn't speak. I didn't move. I forgot how to breathe for a second, like time had pulled the air out of the room. His weight surprised me. Not heavy, just exact. Like my arms had been waiting for this specific measurement their whole life. Someone was talking. Maybe a nurse, maybe my wife. Words that slid past me like water on glass. All I heard was the soft metronome of his breathing and the tremor in mine. And then I cried. Not from fear, not from despair. I cried the way a river finally gives in to gravity. Everything I'd been holding back, the years, the doubts, the quiet hopes I never said out loud, came out of me in warm, unstoppable lines. I didn't try to explain it. I just let it happen while I held him and counted the tiny rises of his chest. His fingers opened, found the edge of the blanket, rested there like he was testing the world. I said his name. It felt new and old at the same time, like a word borrowed from a story I loved as a kid. He didn't answer, of course. He just breathed. And somehow, that was an answer big enough for the entire room. I remember the smell, clean, unfamiliar. I remember the light on the monitor, the faint click of something measuring what I couldn't measure. I remember thinking how every ordinary thing had been repainted in a color I didn't know existed yesterday. Holding him wasn't triumph. It was surrender. Not to fear, to love. The kind that doesn't ask you if you're ready. The kind that steps into your chest and rearranges the furniture. People say fatherhood begins when you first see your child. For me, it began when I realized there was no way to do this halfway. I couldn't keep one foot in the old life, one foot in the new. That tiny weight made it clear. The bridge behind me was gone, and I wasn't looking back anyway. I thought I knew who I was at 40, the version I'd built over years, careful, practiced, fine with silence, fine with control. But he arrived and widened every hallway in me, made space where there wasn't any, taught my hands a language my mouth didn't know how to speak yet. Later, there would be questions. Can I be the man he needs? How do I become a father without losing myself? Or maybe by finally finding myself? Those questions came with the midnight feedings, the early mornings, the quiet drives through empty streets. They came when I was ready to carry them. But not then. In that first hour, there were no questions, only breath, only warmth, only the steady, impossible fact of him, sealed against my chest like a promise. When they asked to take him back for a moment, my arms didn't want to let go. I loosened, gently, like releasing a bird you're certain will return. When he left my hands, they felt light, but they would never be empty again. Years later, I still feel that weight return to me at strange times, lifting him into bed, tying a shoe, waiting at a red light while he sleeps in the back. My body remembers before my mind does. It carries the first hold like a secret. And every time, just for a second, the world becomes bright and white and whispering again. And I breathe the same breath I learned in that room, the one that says, "We're here now. We're here."